Welcome back to the Scrum. Yeah, I gotta make sure. It's all you. We're down a guy today.
I know, down their producer, man. Couldn't catch a flight, or missed his flight, rather.
Right?
So.
Ain't no lie.
We'll see if he has a job next week, or
We'll
in
see.
4 days.
You know what I'm saying? We might Rory his shit.
You're right.
You're fired. You are fired.
We'll point to his off-camera seat and position. You are in breach of your contract.
That shit is done.
And then later on, we're gonna yell at each other.
You are in breach of contract.
And then yell at each other later about, you were like, Jacob, I wanted that cut out of the podcast, and you're just gonna scream at me on air for a little bit, and then we'll delete that podcast.
I never really I went back and explored more those episodes. I never realized how out in the open all that shit was.
Oh yeah, I mean, I had stopped listening a while ago, partly
it's
because
secondhand cringe.
It's just like, are you talking about specifically where he's doing that shit?
Just all of it, just all of it. Him calling them out and just his attitude about it.
Yeah, a while ago, it just felt different because you can tell, or at least looking in comments, people for a while were talking shit about Maul, saying you never say anything on the podcast anyway. And it's if you've been listening for a while, that was a recent thing in the whole. It was he kind of was the funny dude on the pod. Joe would be ridiculous and just say crazy shit. Maul would say some funny shit to that, and then Roy was just kind of there most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, Roy was definitely more he would bring Joe back to earth on some shit, but he was also more kind of the echo yes man. He kept the flow going. He kept the flow. I mean, Roy does his thing.
Yeah, he has his role,
and he also worked in the music industry. Yeah. He's not just a buddy. He knows. You know what I'm saying?
He had a career, has a career. Outside of shit. Craziness.
But it's all just. Anyway.
It's all wild.
I can talk about that shit for hours.
Speaking of wild.
Yeah.
Jake Paul fighting Tyron Woodley, end of August.
That's a soon fight.
Yeah, a couple months.
I guess, I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, fight camps are usually 8 weeks, I think. Okay. 8 to 12 weeks, so.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
It's pretty in there, because Tyron's contract.
But he's a boxer.
Well, he was a UFC fighter.
Okay,
but he was the champion at 70 forever. And has a bomb of a right hand. He's lost his last 4 fights, and a lot of it was just
Is he older? I mean, he's older.
He's definitely. I think he's 36, 38, something like that. So he's definitely his UFC career is over. His contract just ended.
So by the time Jake is actually ready and experienced and prepared to fight a more solidified
this is the first real challenge that he's
a guy who's fighting.
Yeah, and it has
well, I guess what I'm saying, by the time he's ready to have that main card fight, he's gonna retire.
Jake Paul.
He's gonna be.
Man, I've been there, done that. I don't need that. Yeah, probably.
Anyway,
but dude, people are saying this is finally when Jake Paul gets knocked out or whatever. I don't know.
I think we should all be done saying that, and just watch in silence, and hope whatever you want to hope, and just watch some good competitive boxing.
It's gonna be boxing, that's for sure.
That's the shittiest part, because again, these dudes know some technique. They've taken the time.
Yeah.
The fights in a microscope probably aren't even that bad, but it's just everything around it is such a fucking a sham.
Yeah.
To just the sport.
The super interesting thing, really now, so Jake Paul, I think he still co-owns Triller. I think he's still a co-owner in that. But his boxing fights, he just signed a deal with Showtime. So who has been, Showtime's been doing boxing forever.
Forever, yeah.
So I'm going to be very interested to see the production that they're going to put on. Are they going to kind of go that Triller route of just pure antics, just everything's a spectacle, or are they going to try to keep it
I think they know their
traditional?
Market, right? So I think they'll probably find some. You have a lot of suits at Showtime who are going to prevent some of that shit, but then at the same time,
they got to be honest about their product, which is we got to put something around.
I mean, look at the fact that he hired a person, whether they're a comedian or not is irrelevant, to come in and be the host, more or less.
Yeah.
To kind of vlogged the whole thing almost.
Yeah, and like, you do your thing.
And his thing was trashing the fuck out of it.
Trashing everything.
I think that just sort of speaks volumes about just the whole...
He also hired a robot. He hired a guy to be in a robot suit that they just call a robot. Like, they're just like, they won't acknowledge
I think someone like asked about it. He's a robot, man. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well...
It's like, well, he's okay.
Like, you can catch this guy on Hollywood when he's not here.
Wearing some
begging
other
for
outfit.
money. Yeah.
Wearing some other crazy
like, he's Megatron talking about Optimus Prime in another situation.
But
hope you're paying him well.
Are you
paying for their travel?
It is interesting too. Jake Paul in this, in the contract. I was reading an article just about it, because it's funny to see all these UFC fighters are very open about. I say all. It's Tyron and Ben Askren, but are very open about the fact that these Jake Paul fights pay more than any fight they had in the UFC.
Sure.
And
that.
Jake Paul in the contract, there's an immediate rematch clause that Jake Paul has, where like if he loses, he gets to say like, "Nah, we're running it back," like we're running it back again type shit. Which I don't know, and I'm sure that might have been like there might have been that in all the other contracts. I didn't really look into that, but I don't know, man. This is the first time like the fights happened. I'm like anything could happen. The other ones, I was pretty sure Jake was going to beat Ben.
I'm still set on, and you know he did, but I'm still set on that he threw. Like he totally took a dive. That punch was so soft. When you look at how he went back, dude, he fucking died from that punch.
I don't know, man. That was kind of a big shot, dude.
I don't know.
We're gonna see. I'm hoping he does catch Tyron clean. Just one good shot. Just because I want to know like
what his power is.
Yeah, I was like, that'll be a good gauge of power. Sure. I think because also hitting in those boxing gloves is way different than hitting in the MMA gloves. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like the power does not always transfer.
Sure. That's good.
But Tyron Woodley does have a fucking bomb, and this is the first guy that weighs as much. Really, Tyron fought at 170. Probably walks around at least 180, 185.
Right.
Just because fucking cutting weight and shit. So, I don't know, man.
It's gonna
be kind of crazy.
Speaking of crazy, because we're talking about unprecedented things in sports. Dude.
Speaking of legends in sports.
this is, okay, people wonder where the hate comes from. I'd have to say this is part of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were telling me just a minute ago, LeBron, which game was this?
They were playing, I think Phoenix Suns. Are they the Phoenix Suns?
They are the Suns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they still in Phoenix?
That's it. That's the thing.
Okay. I haven't like really paid attention to the NBA close to like NBA 06 on the
They're in the playoffs. It's more impressive.
Yeah.
What the fuck is on the Suns?
This is the last time that we were watching was like they were super trash.
Or and didn't someone retire out there? Did Carter play there for a little bit?
I think he did maybe a little bit. I know Steve Nash was there.
He played for a few teams. True.
Steve Nash was
there. He walks off, right? I guess they're getting pounded by the Suns. I would guess. Yeah, that all makes sense. That's why LeBron James takes a stroll off. How many minutes left?
I think it was like 5-6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Now, was he sitting anyway?
Probably. Just like, I don't know. Maybe he would. I don't know. I mean, I feel like whatever team LeBron is on, he's like, I'm getting off the court right now, and they're like, all right, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
for sure.
He calls his own subs. I feel like.
I mean, I feel like we've all seen him on live TV snatch the clipboard out of the coach's hand, and no one says anything. Like, but you don't do that though, do you? Walk off on your team. Now, if he's injured or something, it's a completely different exception. And maybe.
And that's probably what's. I mean, that's going to be the story that comes out.
It has to be, right?
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, but that's my thing. Like, with it is just like that's so disrespectful to your team.
Main character in his own story, man.
Yeah, I just can't imagine doing that to your team more than anything. Like
that's
I don't
cool.
it's cool. Like I don't care that he does it. So like he has the right to do it. I guess.
Correct.
Like you're LeBron James, you can just walk the fuck off. Like fuck it. But looking like
don't
if I was
feel bad for your team.
This is like with the rest of the team. It's like you're just gonna let them sit out there in it, and you're like nah. Like I'm better than that. Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's real fucked up. It's fucked up. If I was his teammate, I would be pissed. Otherwise, I don't really give a shit. Yeah. But it's unheard of. So for that aspect of it, I fuck with it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the last time something of this magnitude happened was Cam walking out after the Super Bowl. when he walked off. As far as like
and
making
people fucking got so upset.
Pissed. Yeah,
people got so pissed. Which, like, I mean, you know, people got upset for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just kind of like, you know, when you're in that position, like, you got to just sit there and kind of take it on some level. Walking out mid-game, though, it's just so, like, the game's not over.
Crazy, man. Hey,
the game's not over.
You're LeBron James. You wanted to be the best. You're here, man. No one else is going to do what you did.
Yeah.
No one else has the balls to be like, fuck this.
I wonder if it's him buying in, like, I want to, like, buying into the hype sounds kind of weak just because the hype is very much earned and deserved. But it's like, I don't know. I really can't think of another athlete in any sport that would do that. And maybe it's
you want to do the whole Jordan thing, you know, anyone.
I don't think Jordan's walking off.
He's never walking off.
I think, if anything, he'll refuse to leave the he'll refuse to leave the court for the last 6 minutes.
It's up to him. So, yeah, you know. You can ask yourself that. On to a little bit of hockey. The Canes in the second round are, you know, they had to level up here. It's a harder fucking level of competition in the second round of these here playoffs. The Stanley Cup champions, the cheating ass Tampa Bay Lightning. So just so I understand, they were at cap compliancy because Kucherov was gone.
Yep.
And then once he was able to return to play from injury, and was he on LTIR?
Yeah. And
he was able to just walk back from that into the playoffs without any cap issues, putting them at like $10 million over, or whatever number.
Yeah, I think it might even be more than that.
Right,
I think
15 or something.
I think did Stamkos play all season?
I don't think so.
That's just did they do the same thing with both of them almost?
I'm not 100% sure, but
I don't know either.
They have been hurt all year.
Yeah.
From different point, nonetheless, is like that's what you're telling me is going on here. How the fuck can that happen? I'm not even that mad about it because the rules are the rules.
Yeah, that's just
I guess
you can't be upset.
Is it a thing? Is it a thing where like it just really never happens like that?
Like you're saying, what do you mean?
Like you got a guy who's this much cap, they're LTIR, they're gone the whole motherfucker. And they happen to be able to come back for the playoffs. Like, I guess how often does that happen?
I think the shortened or the compact season probably, and shortened season, right?
Yeah, would happen more.
What was I saying, like, that helped, because, and just like the way it was all set up, I feel like they felt pretty safe betting that their team was going to make the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Whereas in other years where it's like you're playing the whole league, you know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. That's one of the good things about hockey. But with the way this year went, I feel like they kind of knew, like, listen, I mean, if we don't make the playoffs this year, our problems are much more than just Kucherov not playing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they can make that bet, make it to the playoffs, and then, you know, take advantage of the system.
And that's what it is.
And I don't think this was some long-term, like, 3-4 years ago, they were like,
well, that's
you know what I'm saying? This year, everything happened the way it happened, and they were like, this is the only, we can make it work this way. Let's go ahead and make it work this way.
Yeah, if anything, if you really think about it, it's kind of super fucked up to be like, you were cap compliant when Mans got hurt. Or, you know, you would have been, right? Well, when did he get hurt? He got hurt last season.
Well, it was over the off season that they said, he getting the hip surgery or whatever, putting him on LTIR.
See, that's a little trickier then. Because my argument was going to be if, like, you were good and then shit went fucked up, it's not your fault that when that guy comes back.
Yeah.
But if that's how this somehow ends up being the case, then it's cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it, but it is what it is.
I think, I mean, it probably last off season they like sat down at their fucking board meeting. They had a really good numbers guy who knew how shit worked and was like, listen,
facts.
Trainer over here saying, and Kucherov's got this thing that he'll need done at some point. Let's say we maybe we take care of it now, and then this happens, and then now we're here, and it's, you know,
and we'll be good.
They got the money to do it. It kind of is what it is. It's on the league to step in and change it for the future. So
yeah.
Maybe they get a cup out of it. Maybe they don't. All I know is I was texting my dad about this last night, and I saw people tweeting about it, so I didn't steal it from you. But this feels a lot like the Boston series from fucking, was it last year? Or the year before? 2019, right? Had to have been last year. When we beat the Capitals, swept the Islanders, and then we played Boston, and we got swept. And it just, I don't know where the life of the team's gone, dude.
Is that okay? That's
what I'm saying. Like this series
sure.
feels like that series.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
See, when they're doing bad, I make sure I don't say we. That's the kind of fan I am. And then they're the Hurricanes.
Facts.
What are they doing wrong?
Or like when you feel like you're really given like sound, like ideas about what they should do, it's definitely we.
Yeah.
Oh, here's what we gotta do.
Well, because then later on I can tweet like they actually stole my idea.
Well, it's about being comfortable speaking that way, so when you inevitably work there,
things manifest. Fake till you make it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You guys get it.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say though.
Talking about the series feeling the same. Yeah. Where's the life of the team going?
Yeah. I still forgot. Scroll just rolled in.
But
damn it.
Well, I can say it definitely does not help. Niederreiter has been out this first 2 games.
And now Trocheck.
out, and I think that was even a friendly fire situation.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't remember seeing it happen. But I do remember seeing it was like a collision with a teammate. I think. Again, I didn't see it happen. So
yeah, that's rough.
But super rough.
I'm trying to remember what the fuck I was gonna say, dude. Life of the team, fucking Boston series, life of the team. I don't know, bro.
I don't know. Something about the scoring lack thereof.
I don't know.
Jake Bean got his first playoff goal,
which is awesome.
That was cool.
That's cool. On the power play?
I think it was on the power play.
Good for him.
Our power plays been buns this whole playoffs, dude.
It has.
I think in the past 6 games, we've given up the first goal 6 games straight.
That's not good.
Not good at all. I forget what the combined
I was gonna say
is, but it's bad.
I was gonna say Vasilevskiy. He's just
he's
a brick wall. I think it's like it's the thing that Mitch Marner didn't do that the Lightning are doing right now, right? Like turning it on.
Yeah.
It's like it's that wow factoring level of play that you bring to the game. Intensity, all that shit.
Well, I think...
I'm talking out of my ass, but you get what I'm saying.
I do get what you're saying, but not really like counteracting that point. But Tampa's stars haven't even shown up. We haven't seen... I mean,
I'm not even using one person. I'm just like Vasilevsky's my Mitch Marner in this example.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
If he can see the puck, it's just not going in. You know what I'm saying?
He's not giving on, dude. He's fucking.
He's on, but
these games have been close.
The goals that we have gotten have us in front of the net. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get somebody in front. It's gonna have to be something weird.
Look at I can't remember if it was last game or the game. It was the game 1. Look at those 2 goals. Mm-hmm. The first one was just a lucky trickle in type shit, and that second one was 1,000% Net's fault.
Yeah.
Where he just his leg.
It was all.
Just gave up on the leg.
And that's not going to happen to Vasilevskiy, sure. But it's all. I also look at it and it's like.
And it's not even a shot. It's just you were talking about how good this team is, how bad anyone would say we are. Those goals are basically flukes.
For sure. But then you also got to look at it and be like, man, if the team's only giving them 1 goal, at that point, literally the expectation is perfection or nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
so it's sure. The offense just has not been there at all. And sometimes that Martinook and McGinn in the top 6 thing, it works out well. I don't know, man. I think it's something.
They might not say it's welcome.
Well, you got I don't know.
Look also what we're doing with the shots. They're putting all the shots on net.
No one in front, man. There's just no one in front. Jordan's the only guy that just goes to the front.
It's just that accuracy by volume bullshit that's never worked in the past.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me.
Well, it worked all season just because our skill players were going, you know what I'm saying? When you got guys, when Trocheck can put that, corner shot in from the goal line, basically. Sure, yeah. When Nate just can do that wraparound, it's like, this shit's sick, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think the volume of shots helps that because
it opens things up.
Yeah, opens things up. But with a guy like Vasilevskiy, he's gonna make the first save, and the defensive core is gonna clear the puck out of the crease if you're not there. You know what I'm saying? It's so unlikely that clean shot that he gets beat with a clean shot that you just gotta. I don't know. We're gonna see, man.
We're gonna have some challenges on goal interference if we want to win this fucking series.
Punch him in the face, dude. You know what I'm saying? Just get him off his game.
They could play out of Thornton's book.
Just throw a fucking elbow.
Did you see that fucking? I don't know if I sent it to you, but I retweeted. Fucking Joe Thornton might retire. Now we'll never see his dick or something.
Oh yeah,
so good, so stupid.
Because they were they were talking about. It was in reference to like a Hurdle when Hurdle scored 4 goals or whatever, and a media member was talking to Marlowe, and it was just like, did you think? I don't even remember what the question was, and Joe was like, "What? I would be stroking my dick out there."
Well, and also he's almost been naked, caught naked many times. Beautiful man.
Yeah, so okay.
Beautiful man. Kind of going through a couple other shits.
Speaking of Mitch Marner, dude.
Toronto
out.
Toronto. I feel like whatever fan you are, right? It's fine, but I feel like Toronto is the NHL's team. In like a sort of way, like they are like they're
kind of the backbone though, like the whole thing almost.
Yeah, like not even just financially, but like also just like they're kind of like the heartbeat. Like if they're doing bad, we're all doing bad, right? Like just subconsciously, it's almost just like because we all fuck with a lot of people who we all.
And all their favorite teams are Toronto.
Right. All of your favorite insiders, with the check marks and Toronto shit, most of them are either fans or from that area.
Yeah.
So it's just, they get upset, and that's the people who you go for your source, and that shit just gets into your...
And they just piss all in your Cheerios.
Exactly. Dude. That's my point. So, they...
The blue heart of the NHL.
And they really fucked up here. I mean, talk about blowing a series lead.
3-1.
Which they are famous for at this point. Doing that, blowing that series lead, getting kicked out of the first round. I'm not even going to, pick apart how that happened.
Phil Kessel tweeted out, "Miss me."
I deleted that shit with quickness when someone caught it.
It was like the first time he tweeted in years.
In like 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta remember back in, it was post 14 or was it 14? Whenever he made a little snide comment then too, because he got snubbed. Maybe it was the World Championships a couple years ago. It was one of those things. He got snubbed on something. He tweeted then too. He was just like, what the fuck? Because they got their ass kicked.
Yeah.
You gotta love that.
Gotta love it, dude.
Feel the thrill.
Petty King.
For real, Petty King indeed. I just can't stop thinking about that theater room he has. Just the Wedding Crashers poster and the one chair.
It's fucking
so
insane,
fucked up.
Dude.
He's
it's
a
so fucking insane.
American Psycho shit.
That's where he's fucking tweeting from too, dude. Yeah.
So yeah, Montreal moves on, which honestly I did not think Montreal would move on.
Nope.
I really thought Toronto was going to do it this time. It was just because, the odds, right? How many 3-game series leads do you fuck up, right? They just keep rolling.
What do you think changes, man?
Something has to at this point, and that's, I think, what we're getting at, and I think everyone's sort of kind of waiting for, the calm before the storm. It's only been Kyle Dubas's playground to do whatever he feels is best to improve the team, and seemingly on paper would improve the team, and on paper has improved the team. I think Matthews just won the Rocket Richard, did he not, for the most goals? So it's not like the team doesn't have success. But it's starting to become a problem where if year after year you're eliminated from the first round, and we all know it starts somewhere about his position and goes downward.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I guess you have a lot of options to pick from.
Someone's
got to get eliminated.
It's good. I feel that's going to be. I think it's going to be one big thing. You know what I mean? Whether that's a Mitch Marner trade, whether that's coach getting fired, or whether that...
I don't think getting rid of Dubas does anything.
I'm saying it gets into that situation where he only has so much control. Goes back to when people say when people are saying the Hurricanes need a new power play coach. It's I don't think Rod's telling them, hey, don't go to the front of the net. It's you can only, and he's even said it before. He's there's only so much that coaching and to the Toronto, there's only so much management can do. It's up to the guys on the ice at some point, and that's. I mean, I don't know what they do because I don't think you win a Mitch Marner trade. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you're Toronto, I don't think there's any way you
win that. I saw a couple
that.
Juicy ones.
Would you? But were they? Do you think they were possible?
One was I don't know if it is, but one was Boone Jenner and Seth Jones.
For Mitch Marner.
It's honestly not a bad trade.
It's not bad. There's no way Columbus does it.
Gives me goosebumps.
There's no way Columbus does it. It would be great for Toronto.
Seth Jones is one of the best defensemen in the league.
Oh, dude.
Top 3.
Dude, it's so crazy what fucking Nashville had in their defensive core, dude. It's because they have everyone they have now but also Shea Weber and Seth Jones.
He's leading a team through the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, forget whatever the stats. He's
captain, right? Seth Jones is captain? Now that Nick Foligno's gone?
Oh, Seth Jones?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably,
right?
Why would he be?
That's what I'm saying. And then
Who
Shea
else would
Weber.
Boone Jenner's probably captain.
Boone, do you think so? I mean, he has been there a long time.
One of them's captain.
You would think it's Seth, right? Just for
it's Cam Atkinson.
It's It's Patrick Walker.
Patrick
Walker. To do anything for him to stay. Oh man. Dude, fucking.
Was that just that one light?
Yep, just one light changed colors.
That's fine.
Did it change colors?
It just changed colors, yeah.
It's getting spooky in here, bro.
It's getting a little spooky. I think that
kind of like how spooky it is in Toronto. They're gonna figure something out. Trade Mitch Marner. We'll give you Jake Bean.
Well,
you would go Jake Bean for Mitch Marner?
For Mitch Marner, I guess. I would.
10,000%.
Yeah, I would. I'm sorry. I got some serious cap shit to fuck with if you do that, but I guess you don't get Dougie.
I was gonna say, do you trade Dougie for Mitch, dude?
Chill.
Would you?
I mean, yeah.
I guess there's some, Dougie's not signed. That makes it far more difficult to do.
I mean, I'm like, you're just asking me, like, would you trade for Mitch Marner? Like, yeah, like.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, he fucking lost it for Toronto. It's all on his shoulders. No.
Marty Natchez for Mitch Marner. Do you make the trade?
I don't think so.
I don't think I do either. I don't know if that's just how much I love Natchez, though.
I don't think I do.
I don't think I do either.
That might be dumb. Though. That might be stupid. I just don't think I do it.
I don't think so either. Hockey talk.
Ending on something awesome. With it, the start of June, it's Pride Month.
Oh yeah.
Be an ally. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Shouts out all our people in the community.
Did you see that fucking? It's like the #1 missile manufacturer for like the United States changed all their profile pictures like some rainbow shit. Dude.
Hey man.
Oh, it's just so funny because no one would call that's not what they're getting called out for. You know what I'm saying online? Like it's like the least of your worries.
Yeah. The people that are blowing up families and churches and schools and. They gotta fix that homophobia. Yeah. I guess it's terrible.
They didn't change their profile picture. Shit's hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
But definitely happy Pride Month.
100%.
Yeah, 100% happy Pride Month.
100%. Jacob.
What's up, dog?
Where can they get us if they want to discuss hockey and Pride?
If you want to talk about who we would trade for Mitch Marner, we being the Hurricanes when we're winning, hit us up at TalkinSaucePod, _ respect the _. You can get me. Wait. If you're watching, subscribe, hit the bell. You got the Scrum every Wednesday, podcast every Monday. You can get me at JCobb, JAY _COBBB. Josh.
Get me at Teebs, TABZZ.
What's Dylan's thing, dude?
You can find him on Reddit at UTBagsYourMom, 42069 lowercase x capital X. That's you, Teabags Your Mom, 69 420 lowercase x capital X.